Atticus has gone over to talk to Levin.
Yeah, no, Levin's, like, moving stuff around. He's been prepping stuff all morning, more or less, like, sprinting around and feeding everyone. You notice he hasn't really had time to eat himself. He has been busy. He turns around and there is an entire loaf jammed in his face.
Is it good?
Swallows. Yes.
I just wanted to say thanks for teaching me about bread. I'll admit, I was a skeptic at first, but it's pretty cool. I'm still kind of not over the fact that there are so many different kinds, but I guess it makes sense when I think about all the different ways in which you can combine simple components to make different things. I guess it makes sense that this would work the same way.
Levin quietly wanders over, and a split second later you feel this immense warm pressure on the top of your head. He's patting your head again.
Oh.
You're learning.
How long did it take you to get this good?
Stops, thinks, scratches at his chin. He's trying to put words to it and then opens his mouth and just says, all.
I was so expectant for no real reason. How long did it take you to get this good? Turns and looks at Atticus. I am 12.
Wow. Oh, man.
He almost like pokes at the pie and then almost remarks to himself and to you a little bit, slow.
Feels like it is gonna take a long time.
You have promise. More than I had.
Do you mean that? His face is broken out into a really broad grin.
Baking is something that I do to center myself. I needed this.
Holds up
He
bread.
holds up he holds up the pie and hands you a slice.
I can't always sleep that well, and so sometimes if it's like past bedtime and I can't sleep, I used to just like pace around my room a lot, but eventually I started, I would go and like sit down at a table and take a little machine and kind of take it apart and put it back together again. And then if I still wasn't tired, I would do it again and just keep doing that. And then eventually I'd just wake up with like half a carburetor in front of me.
Levin, seeing you say that, puts the pie down and once again pats you on the head. Anxiety. I understand.
I'm crying.
He walks past. I will teach you to breathe. I will teach you to bake.
Do we really have time? If it took you that long, I don't know. I was Velvet and I were gonna go to Bluebell, but I don't want to just. Oh wow.
Telltale choice appears.
He stops at you. He almost seems to be a little surprised that you're following. He holds up a finger. Wait. Goes inside.
And he never came back.
Anxiety.
Comes out about 30 seconds later and hands you a tiny notebook. Like, small, like, big enough for you, for sure. Tiny for Levin.
Oh wow. Atticus is gonna open it up and see what's in here.
It's, like, written in almost, like, beautiful penmanship. Is, like, it appears to be a hybrid of, like, a journal and, like, a recipe book. Levin pats you on the head and hands it over to you.
Oh, gosh. I think my dad has one of these, like, but for cars. But I haven't there are parts of it I've read and a lot that I still haven't. Is it really okay? Don't you need this?
He sort of squats down, gets on eye level with you. I make the things that I wish I had when I was where you are. Points at you.
Oh.
I make food. And I write. He points at the book.
Atticus is gonna flip through it real quick. Is it full? Are there any blank pages?
It's more or less full, yeah. You get the feeling that this book was finished and he probably is working on another one. If not more than another one.
Okay. Well, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'll try to fill up one of these myself, and someday we can compare notes.
He gives you the biggest, toothiest grin and lets out a single.
I'm crying.
Call out post for Civ. Levin is the most Civ character I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
Firefly is just sitting on top of this fountain, just eating bread, watching everything.
You know, if you want to learn how to bake, I know someone.
Oh. Oh no, two of us tried to flip him. Okay.
No, please sound
Atticus
more
turns-
disappointed.
I like the turnaround. Oh, turns
Turns
back
back
around.
around. Yeah. Oh, it's you. He's like, and turns around, and to be honest, you know, like, he's 12. He's not really that great at, like, concealing his emotions in the general case or doing it to spare other people's feelings. So there is a little bit of an element of turns around, sees it's you, oh. But he doesn't say, oh. It's just like, you can kind of see it on his face. He's like, oh, okay. It's like, it's just you. I thought it might be, like, someone new.
Oh,
Still,
it's
he
the
walks
Firefly.
over.
No!
Oh my god.
Yeah, Firefly frowns for a moment.
Yeah, disappointment. I'm seen that more than once.
No, I think it's really cool that you got on top of the fountain and I didn't hear you at all.
Thank you.
Did you hear her, Arvis? You didn't, did you?
I didn't hear her, but I sure did see her.
Smash cut to 15 seconds ago, Arvis fucking jaw open.
Yeah, no! Wow. That was cool. I didn't expect to see an actual superhero landing in real life.
Thank you very much. Must admit, I was a little worried that this was going to be difficult, but not for Firefly.
She just steps on down.
Somewhere in
was-
an alternate worse universe. Why don't you roll for it, Will?
Roll a 1 and kill me.
You know, I was actually hoping to chat with you citizens before I headed out of town, because I need to do some more stealing.
Levin slowly turns around.
I didn't steal from here! Other than the show. And maybe some hearts.
And I found a piece of a saxophone in my teeth.
Don't think we've forgotten about that single pickle. That's
I
not in
sling did
character.
that.
Thank you for remembering the single pickle.
It is the final boss.
Firefly looks to both Arvis and Atticus.
Yeah, I was hoping I could borrow you two for a moment. Actually, a couple other folks I think are already in the restaurant.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you folks helped me out big time with those criminals earlier.
Firefly chatting back to everyone, then notices the more somber energy. Is like, oh,
Yeah, no, you definitely see like Delphi's arms, and like for a split second she like looks over to you. Oh, hi. She smiles and then boom, they almost like return back to normal. She grabs her sweater, throws it on, throws the hat back on. Hey there, Firefly. Hey, Arvis. Hey, Atticus.
Hi, citizen. I see Velvet is taking care of your arm, or You doing okay?
Yeah, Velvet actually fixed me right up. I'm feeling great right now, actually. What did you do? Like, borderline, like, brow furrowed looking at Velvet.
You know, I just, like a little 1-2 masseuse push. It actually was only tangled 2 of the strings. If it was like 3 or 4, it would have been actually pretty bad, and I might have had to do like some snip stuff and then tying it back up. But no, just 2 is very easy.
I've had to do that before. It wasn't pretty.
No, it's really bad. Because if it's just untangled, you get that like, oh, it's really painful, I'm moving my insides. Oh, they're back to normal, this is great. Like relocating a shoulder. But if it's multiple and you have to cut one, it does not heal instantly.
Yeah, I know an old adventurer's trick that people find horrifying, so I don't do it anymore.
I want to know it.
Okay.
Is it okay?
No, actually. I don't want you to try this.
Now I kind of want to see it even more.
No, come on. She leans forward on the table. Now, Atticus, sometimes you need to listen to adults to not get bad influences. And then she mouths, I'll tell you later.
Oh, I guess you're right. Sorry. He backs off slightly and gives her gives a little thumbs up and mouths, "You're the coolest." Wink.
Okay. Well, if you have a health potion on hand, Okay, this is really interesting. You want to know why adventurers always have pretty faces and scarred up, like, arms and legs?
Mm-hmm.
It's because when you drink a health potion, the magic starts to seep into your face first, and then it works its way down to your core. So it tends to not spread to your outer extremities until it starts to circulate in your body. But, and this is the gross part, if you take a health potion, you drink it, and then you spit it on whatever part of your body is hurt, it will actually fix it faster. Don't do it, though, because it has a horrible failure rate.
That sounds fake, but I don't know enough about magic to say no.
No, that's pretty much totally right. I was actually, since spit, and at least most people, actually has a lot of immune system properties. That's actually much, much less terrible than I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, you just rip open your arm and smash a bottle in there and...
He's gonna hear you.
Arvis is watching from the distance like, maybe making potions activate in the mouth is a mistake.
Have you tried pills? A delayed release bottle might be nice. It wouldn't be as satisfying to drink, though. Boba tea potions!
Also, salves are actually better than potions. I don't know why people insist on making potions.
Salves are literally just potions. You just drink.
But you can apply
No, I'm
them to your
agreeing with
body.
you. I'm saying,
yeah, right?
Like, no offense to your business, Arvis. We already talked about this, but like...
Arvis just slowly, like, he's looking at you two. Yeah, no, it's an adventurous trick, and I thought that saying it in front of a doctor might be one of those, like, ooh, you adventurers, you're really good at permanently wounding yourselves.
Oh yeah, no, if you do that, like, 5 times on the same spot, that's a permanent injury.
Delphi looks at her arm like,
Oh, sorry, you meant like spitting. I was still picturing the bottle shattering thing, to be honest.
Oh. No, I know somebody who did that. That's how you get glass in your skin.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I said that like it's amusing. It's not. Hi, Firefly.
Why wouldn't they just pour it? Sorry, I'm not. I'll go outside.
No, it's fine. We're done.
No, Atticus, you can stick around. Yeah, so Glad to see that you're definitely doing better.
Yeah, whole lot better. Arm's feeling good. Didn't have to cut open my arm and then spit health potion at it, because that is not a tenable solution in the long term.
No,
So-
it isn't. She gives you like a don't do that look. Have you ever seen those energy drinks where if you look at the ingredients on the side, it's like, no caffeine, but then right underneath it, it's like 400,000% of your daily vitamin B12. And it's like, yeah, that would make me hyper, thanks. It's kind of like that where it's like, yup, that does trick my body into working that way for a little while. Delphi.
Delphi's just thinking back.
Velvet grabs your arm and pats it. She takes your arm and just pats it like 4 times. I need you to promise me that you're gonna stop breaking your arms in so many ways. At least let them heal a little.
I will do my best to not break my arms anymore.
Okay. Thank
Good.
you.
Firefly, it looked like you had something to say?
Yeah. She looks over at Arvis and then focuses on Atticus. So, yesterday, Atticus, you asked me why I lie.
Yeah.
More accurately, she takes off her mask. You asked me why I lie.
Yeah.
Sprout's arms slap up to its mask.
Hearing that, Velvet looks back and then goes, Celine!
No, don't even
Okay,
bother.
alright, okay.
I appreciate it.
Delphi's head quizzically turns to the side, brow furrows, head turns to the side further.
Yeah. She looks over at Delphi. So, how long did you know?
I found out right now. Well, more or less.
What?
Stops and thinks. No. I guess I'm shocked, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. How do I put this? It had a lot of dramatic weight, but I feel no... What is this sensation? Delphi, she struggles with her own feelings for a second. I think I trusted you, Celine. And for whatever reason that you might put a mask on, I trusted in myself that if it was bad, I could, stop it. So, you pulling off the mask and revealing that you were Celine all along, that's not a big deal, because, well, what did you do with that, exactly? Most people who put on masks they do it to, commit crimes, scare people.
I do one of those.
I mean, I guess. Delphi shrugs, but you only showed up to help, so yeah.
Is Arvis just catatonic?
Arvis is just he's looking and blinking. I mean,
Jillian has slammed a glass of water down next to him and is fanning him with
downs
a
it in
blade.
one. Delphi kind of stands up, walks over to Celine and pats her on the shoulder. Celine, I'm really glad that you're Firefly. I don't know how else to say it, but that's what I'm feeling right now. I'd be upset if Firefly was someone else.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. I do feel bad for lying, and she looks over at Atticus and frowns, lying poorly.
For what it's worth, I do think you're scary when you kick people.
Thank you, I think. I think it's only fair to give you a reasonable explanation, considering this was honestly an insult to your intelligence. I did tell the truth. I do take bad things from the bad people for the good of the good people. The problem is sometimes those bad guys hire worse guys to catch me. We all know they can't catch Firefly.
How many people in this town are on the lam? Not that I am.
Delphi imagines her riding around the giant sheep earlier. Yeah, me.
But, they can catch Celine's family. They are my greatest treasure, and I knew when I first started doing this line of work that I'd, get hurt, I'd get shot at. And she looks at her shoulder, get stabbed. I was well aware of that, and I was willing to take the risk, but it's not fair to them to get hurt because of that. And so the less people know, the better. In Snowdrop, it's pretty easy to blend in because no one talks to Celine. But not here.
And she has a weak smile.
Everyone was so nice and pleasant. I just wanted to impress everyone, and I really dropped the ball multiple times. So, I know you wouldn't anyways.
She looks over at Velvet.
Because some of you have already proven it. Try not to tell anyone, just because, if not for me, for my family. And now, unfortunately, you could be targeted.
Yeah, let him try.
I mean, that's not really a problem for me. The only people I tell are pretty much in this room, so.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I will do. I'm not telling. Oh, nope.
Yeah.
Atticus's eyes are welling up with tears.
Oh, no.
I was so...
Jillian brings him a little
I
hanky.
was so mean!
No, you weren't.
No, it
No,
makes
no,
total
no.
sense, and I thought it was really silly, but it's because of
Oh,
your
come here.
family.
Come on. Come here.
She just gives Atticus a hug.
It's fine. You didn't know. And it would have been smart if I just told you right away. But you got to figure, the only thing I had known you for was you hut wiring a Chimera. So I was a little frightened of what you might do.
Delphi kind of looks over at Velvet, like looks over at the pair and just makes like an aw. I'm going to be honest, I was a little worried letting a masked potential ruffian around a kid, but at the same time, I decided to put my trust in that masked ruffian, and she chose not to violate that trust, and for a split second there is something else behind Delphi's eyes, and it fades as quickly as it was there, and she folds her hands, and now I'm very, very happy.
This is all really sweet. She I want to tear up a little. She leans into Delphi, but I'm still kind of amused that your initial, oh, who's this criminal? I bet I could beat them up. It's very funny to me, and I bet you're right.
Delphi lets out a slight smile with her eyes shut, just grinning at you.
Celine just kind of ruffles Atticus's hair.
And like Firefly said, she does know someone that can help you with the whole baking thing. My family is a bunch of bakers, and I'm probably not as good as Levin, but I can still show you some of the basics and some of the different tricks.
You guys can come with us too.
Velvet, embarrassed, wiggling.
I mean, you guys said you were headed to Bluebell, right? And if you're going to... Okay. Delphi starts putting things together in her head. If you're headed to Snowdrop, Celine?
Yeah.
You guys could probably at least take the same road out. There's a train connecting Bounty up to Snowdrop in the north and Bluebell to the south. Or you could just pass by walking.
Yeah, I don't know. Trains are so expensive.
Yeah, I mean...
Not if you sneak on.
Delphi and Velvet just...
Right. I'm just testing the waters for criminal stuff. I'm just seeing what level of criminal activity you're down for.
No, that's not just it's so hard. She just looks so tired all of a sudden.
Oh, not with Firefly.
She doesn't look convinced, honestly.
I am good at this, I swear.
So, you guys don't have to say goodbye just yet. Saying that, almost a split second later is Velvet, you see it, Delphi's aura dips at a 45-degree angle like it was fucking stabbed.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I think, oh, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Sure.
She just got out of telling me her backstory that...
I'll be back in a minute too.
Sorry, did I drop the ball again?
No. You're good. Delphi's just too sneaky. Delphi's made of wires.
Celine then turns over to Arvis. So now that you know what's up with me, like I said, I know someone that can help you in Snowdrop. And if you don't mind, and obviously you can say no to this, I wouldn't mind purchasing some potions that could help with some of my operations. The problem is normally if I were to buy potions as Celine, they could trace back what potions were used and they could bring it back to a alchemist.
Yeah.
But if I know someone who's willing to do some behind the scenes production,
Be a fence. Be a fence.
Yeah, and I'd obviously pay you more. And if you don't want to do that, that is totally fine. We could drop it right now and it'll never be brought up again.
Completely your choice. Peer pressure's bad.
Yeah, no, I want to make that very clear. This is entirely your choice, just throwing it out there, and I would be happy to help you in any way Firefly can.
Arvis looks down. When I was a bit younger than I am now, I always dreamed of making potions to help out my parents on their hunts. That's not something I need to think about anymore. So I felt a little directionless for a bit, and it's naive to say this is more or less a dream come true, because the hero that I saw in my parents might have been more or less redirected onto the hero that I see in Firefly. He says, looking away, sitting rigidly stock straight up. So I would love nothing more than to supply you with potions. Literally whatever you want. Tell me whatever, it's fine.
Oh my gosh, everyone is so cute.
Celine just briefly puts on the mask and then puts the hood back on.
I really appreciate that, citizen.
Don't do that, you'll kill me.
Okay, sorry. And she takes it off. Sorry. No, but